It
Well,
definitely
I already
had
had
some
Walter
key
White
stuff.
up, so if we because he's like the
We definitely
main
start off with
character.
Walter White, yeah.
Yeah, just start with him and then go from there.
You want to put an intro in it, or
No.
I mean, we don't need to. No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that as if I do that myself. All right, never mind.
if you wanna, if you wanna
Nah,
introduce yourself,
no,
if everybody wants to introduce themselves, they can.
no, no. I gotta do that. I mean, we put in the title like this is us typing
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
exactly.
Yeah,
We'll just start with Walter White and then go from there.
a little clip, and then we can kind of come to the
Yeah,
conclusion of what we think he is before going to the next
yeah. So I pulled up the video that you shared, Dan. The Saul
one. Okay.
blatantly disrespects Heisenberg. So
Yeah.
No. Don't lay that on me. You are in charge of distribution.
You said expand the territory.
That
you
doesn't
said
mean you become
guys,
careless.
guys. Hey, who do I look like? Maury Povich? I'm not your marriage counselor.
Yeah, you can tell he's really losing. To him, he's losing control of what's going on. Seems like it's like he's trying to enforce things, but he lacks that ability to do it because of his theme type. He keeps going back to Cyclone, but it's not enough because it's not his, so to speak, his flow.
Yeah.
like he's
Exactly.
trying to, so he's consistently trying to build, but because of the stress of people walking out, not having the people there, it's like um he is recognizing that he needs others in order to build what he wants, but he's not sure how to go about it, and that's where his stress is coming from, where he's like, how do I get people to do the things that I need them to do and not walk out just because things got a little scary. Like one guy got shot, not everybody, but everybody else walked out because they got a little scared, and he's like, how do I get people to not do that? Like, this is what we need for the kind of like drug empire he's having in mind. Um, and I think it shows a lot of like how Fe is an insecurity for him because he's not sure how to go about getting people to follow him, to to go with him to build this empire.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So I didn't know. What I didn't know was that the community typed in TE until I heard it from you guys. But I do. That is
Oh,
interesting. That
I don't
you
know.
would think that, right?
Wait, did
But
There's
did
there's no way.
I don't know about the other communities saying that he's TE. I was saying that it was a possibility, but I didn't see him actually being naturally extroverted
oh,
focused.
okay.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
somebody said that.
No,
Yeah. Go ahead, Rogue.
yeah. What I've seen is a lot of people try to type him as INTJ. So, NIFI, which, from our point of view, I thought right away it's kind of ridiculous and that it really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
No.
It speaks to the stereotypes too of maybe they seen something of him planning uh something, or he can kind of formulate a plan. But really what that is just SI or NI, uh, being used um any like a little bit more than maybe the anchor. Not
If you
I
saying
think a
think
he
of
lot of
doesn't, yeah.
people think like
Hmm.
just because somebody's not an NI dom that they can't plan ahead, which is
Yeah,
obviously wrong.
that's
Like
ridiculous.
that's ridiculous.
That's
if you
Like
stupid.
think about it, he doesn't really plan very far ahead,
He's
or
not
how
actually planning very
a
far,
lot of
no.
it he's making up as he goes
yeah, well, I
and
mean, what I
reacting
mean
to
is like
circumstance.
what I mean
You
is
know,
that like they're
yeah.
saying that like because he has like the image or like the vision of like a big empire, drug empire, he's NI.
Right.
That doesn't make you an NI
No.
dom just because you have a vision for a future that you want to do or you want to bring about. Like
Right.
that's not strictly NI. Um,
100%.
No.
but yeah, like it's true. Like he does fumble because well he lived his whole life, being very passive and just being like an introverted builder of like just becoming a teacher and stuff like that, and trying to teach people and
Hmm.
just doing high school stuff. But he is learning how to maneuver around these other drug like um like leaders and stuff and people, and trying to make sure that they don't kill him and they don't kill Jesse, and they end up working with him and stuff. So he finds himself a lot of times over his head, but because of his ability to use NE to see like how things could go and pivot things in the moment with NE, of being like, oh, this person's gonna most likely, based on what he knows about the person, he goes, I know that they're going to be like this, and so it's easier for me to manipulate this person this way. And so he learns a lot of skills really fast that he's structuring, and it's all with his own understanding of how things should be structured. And I think that's a really strong pointing to like him being a judgment type over a perceiving type. Yeah, he is introverted, but he's not perception lead.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think too another a great argument for that is his reaction to when they put Gail Bedecker with him to help teach him, right, to learn, because Gus wants him to pick his brain and learn, because Gus realizes he doesn't necessarily want to be beholden to this guy because he's kind of volatile, right, and has that giant ego. And he really is dismissive and insulting for him, because he sees him as just someone who follows instructions, who can't think for himself. It's very much a sort of TI just being dismissive of TE.
Sorry, who
Yeah,
was the
100%.
TE that you were talking
Yeah.
about?
I'm saying the way he talks about Gale, he basically is insulting him for not thinking, coming up with his own ideas and showing creative thinking, right? And so to me, that comes off as his TI ego kind of speaking and looking down at Gale, because he considers Gale someone who would just follow a recipe written down for him.
Oh, gotcha.
Whereas Walker, you know, he views everything he does as his ideas, right? He's very possessive of his ideas and his analysis.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
good point.
And
Good point there.
Gell is an interesting one too to bring down the road. We got the analyst TIFI for Walter White, and then I guess we could go to the next one, which is Gus. I
Mhm.
think Gus is a good transition,
Yeah.
especially with this clip. Yeah.
I know Alki said she'll be right back. She's stepping away for a bit. I guess I'll continue on, but
Yeah.